hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's what rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. On a win, they took a
5,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around ready to go in the Motor City. Both go, and of course the loudest cheers were reserved for the home with the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for and he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Here's Mon. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. With it is Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mon going to throw it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mon now off of play action. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Mon. They're going for it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Handoff here to Nwangu. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Off the play fake, Mon. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
On second down, Mariota again. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They go play action. Mariota toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Mariota. Here's a diving catch right side. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to the ground, Cook. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Mon looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Mon. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. Williams brings it in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing, Mariota. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cook. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Handoff right side to Wangu. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 2nd and 11 now. Mond. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, here's Mond. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Mariota now to throw on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mariota's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he goes out right around the 39.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Play fake, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. And this is Cook with the grab. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10 on play action. Mariota. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now a 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake, Mariota. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. From the 27, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On the give is Nwangu. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now it's Nwangu. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9. Mon. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Barnes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll run with Nwangu. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mon. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's They're going to look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And they go play action here. Mon. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cook. And he gets this up across the 3rd. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more.
To yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You get
flush to his right.
There, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Room to run past midfield, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Mariota. That'll be complete to Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Mariota. Looking sideline, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Eluding the pressure right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Again, it's Mariota. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point try now for Patterson. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation.
There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, 79 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mariota. And his pass incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A first down throw for Mariota. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run now for Nwangu. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Nwangu. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.